This episode brought to you by sugar-free Red Bull and the further endangerment of my heart. Hello, collegians, and happy Friday. I'm your host, JB, and on this week's edition of This is College, we will be discussing the preconceived and often misguided expectations that students bring with them to college. As I mentioned last week, every year over 2 million American high school students graduate and enroll in one form of college or another. That's 2 million people with potentially 2 million different perspectives on what college will be like, and for me, that raises an important question. What are those expectations based on? He would say if he wanted to end his sentence with a preposition. I'll reason a guess as to what I think they're based on. Dramatic reenactments. Dramatic reenactments. That's right. TV, movies, Hollywood attempts at both romanticizing and denigrating higher education. And I'm reminded of a story that takes place long ago on a campus far, far away and that features a much younger and skinnier version of myself. I was a resident assistant. That's right, I was an RA. Get over it. I'm sorry if you don't like your RA because they wrote you up for being loud or because they wouldn't let you turn on all the showers and plug up all the vents to turn the community bathroom into a sauna. RAs are people too. Anyway, I was an RA and I was working the front desk when two young freshman girls appeared in the lobby. They were oddly dressed both for the time of day and for their setting. In short, they looked like they were ready for the club. The club? In this reenactment, the two girls in the story will be represented by these doll heads that I bought at the dollar store. Incidentally, $1 apparently only buys you a third of a doll, which isn't a bad approach if you're trying to get past the whole negative body image issue, unless it pressures young girls into thinking they shouldn't have legs. And back to the story. So one of my fellow RAs and I observed these two young women come down to a mostly empty lobby and watched as a look of both befuddlement and disappointment washed over their faces. Looking a bit more than forlorn, they approached the front desk and asked us what there was to do there. "Can we have the stuff to play pool, I guess?" one asked with the sound of infinite sadness in her voice. My colleague, a bit more astute in the moment than I was, realized what was going on and asked the girls if they were expecting a party to just materialize out of thin air. Kind of. We then proceeded to tell them that for the most part, college wasn't really like that it's not as if you could walk outside of your dorm room door and look, there's a party and only cool and attractive people were invited. Oh. In an instant, we had broken them. We had taken their hopes and their dreams for the next 4 years and we had bashed them against the hideous wall of reality. They walked away deflated, having had the joy sucked out of them. And I felt bad for them, I really did. It wasn't entirely their fault that they thought college was going to be like that. Movies had lied to them. College isn't like what you see in Animal House or Van Wilde or Old School. Conversely, it isn't anything like Good Will Hunting either. I've known plenty of fantastic custodians in my time, and I haven't witnessed any of them solving complex equations in their spare time. Not to say it couldn't happen. Makers of television and movies have to tell compelling stories that keep you watching, which often means overinflating things to hold your interest. Historically, this has resulted in a pretty skewed interpretation of the college experience. So if college isn't like what you see in the movies, then what is it? I would say that college is largely whatever you make of it. Truthfully, if you want college to be a 4-year party, you can do that. I don't think your liver will go the distance, but you can do that. If you want to make it a solely academic experience, you can do that too. Become a recluse by never leaving your room and enjoying only the company of books. That can be your life. You probably won't have any fun, but you've got options. So it may be a cliche to say this, but you will get out of college what you put into it. Will it be the best 4 years of your life? I don't know, that's a lot of pressure to put on what will be a fraction of your existence. But I can tell you this, it won't be what it looks like in the movies. You tell me, collegians, what were your expectations going into college and did it turn out differently than you expected? Leave it in the comment below, or if you're feeling daring, do a video response and I'll watch it. Well, that's all for this week. Don't forget to give this video the old thumbs up, and if you like what you saw here, please subscribe to my channel and come back next Friday when I upload a new episode. I will leave you with this quote. I went to the University of Arizona. I stopped because I went there for 2 years and I felt like I experienced college or whatever. I'm over it. I like Hollywood better. Nicole Richie. Is Nicole Richie still a thing? I will see you all next Friday.